Well, hey everybody, it is Monday and I'm excited to be with you. I am in my home stretch of 75 hard, one more week. And honestly, it's been amazing. It's been great. I'm really glad I did it. I didn't have any idea that I could do it, much less finish it. And overall, it's really been good. So, but you know, it's a lot to manage, so it will be nice to kind of have a little more time free up, but I do really enjoy the 45-minute workouts. Those haven't bothered me at all. So, Guns for Girls. We are going to strengthen and define our muscles. I care most about form, you guys know that. When you're doing these warm-up stretches, please just be gentle. We are, the biggest thing is if you use bad form, you're gonna get hurt, so put your fingertips in between your shoulder blades and pull very gently down into the back. People have said, oh, is the hardest thing not drinking alcohol? Not really. I mean, I love to drink, so don't get me wrong. But I think the interesting part is once you kind of make up your mind, kind of like if you get pregnant, it's like, yeah, I'm just not doing it. Obviously that you don't want to harm your baby. This is just a choice. But it's been good. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do are shoulders, and I'm going to roll in ab exercises. So be ready for that. Hi, do you just want to be with mommy? Do you want to be with mommy? I know, I love you too. I do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get 5-pound weights. As I always tell you, shoulders are deceptively challenging. So we are going to do shoulder height punches. So we're going to go for 1 minute. Your core is tight, your feet are shoulder width apart, and you can kind of come up, lift the heel of your foot up. But the whole goal is that your core is totally engaged. And what does that mean? Pretend like someone's about to come punch you in the stomach, and you're preparing for it. Get a really good rotation in your core. If you need a break, take it. If your weights are too heavy and your form is starting to falter, please go down and wait. Ooh, my form's still good, so I'm just taking my breaks because I don't want to drop down. Sometimes I need to drop down because my form's getting bad. 2, 1, done. Ooh, good job. Ooh, open up. Excuse me, Char. Excuse me, I know you're relaxing. Excuse me. Okay, so for this one ab exercise, you're gonna lay on your ball. Now remember, when you're laying on your ball, if your knees are open, it's going to be a lot easier to keep you on balance. If your knees are closed, it's going to be harder. Okay, so you are laying back, roll off the ball a little bit, drive those hips up, lower, and squeeze up. So when you get to this point, I want you to squeeze a little extra to raise up. Do not fling the weight. You're using your abs. Keep those knees together. Keep those hips up. And then if you're having trouble balancing, just open up a tiny bit. No shame in that. Lower, squeeze up. And done. Good job. Good job, good job. So you guys know, Guns for Girls is probably my most consistent. I try to do that one every week. I love working arms. I feel like it's an area that women are really, really insecure about, especially as you get older and your body starts to change. So, all right, so for this next one, we're gonna do tricep extensions. So we are doing this. So as you do this, you're gonna be curling that leg up and back, okay? Just a little movement. Okay. So when you squeeze back, I want these fired up. So I'm using 5. I feel like it's a good weight, challenging. Don't move so fast that you're not focusing on good form. Squeeze. Oh my gosh. We can do it. Was definitely the right weight. Right, Char? And done. Oh my goodness. It's hard to always know, especially if you're new, what the right weight is. And I say the most important thing is just remember, grab the weight you think you should grab, and then if it ends up being too heavy, just grab the next weight underneath just in case. And kind of have them both at the ready. Okay, so for this next one, this is one of my favorite ab exercises. Your arms are gonna be out to the side. Charlie, nobody can see me. You bend your knees, keep your feet together, knees together, and you lower to each side. Now, the reason this is a good exercise is because you have to fight to keep the small of your back, the lower part of your back, pressed into the ground. So as you lower to each side, it's gonna wanna come up, and you fight with your abs to keep it. Honey, you're literally right in my way. I love you so much, but, and I know you love me. Stay, stay. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Knees together, hands out to the side, lower, 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 and then when you cannot keep the small of your back on the ground anymore, that's when you know it's time to go to the other side. Now she's sad, so she's leaving. She probably hears your dad. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can do it, come on. We can do it. Yes, we can. Oh, I know. When you need a break, take it. It's challenging, right? Such a simple kind of move, but the fighting to keep the small of your back on the ground is like the best thing ever. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my gosh. Rock up. How is everybody doing? Oh, you know, I am so thankful for my life and for my health. And the craziness of life sometimes is just like, holy crap. But at the same time, I know it's just a season, but oh my goodness. Sometimes I'm like, I looked at Dave yesterday, I'm like, can we just run away? Just curious. Oh, hi Joanne, happy to see you. Okay, so the next one that we are going to do you're going to get your ball, and you can grab a weight, you can grab a weighted ball if you have one, it's totally up to you. I'm going to grab 8. And so what I want to do with this is work our biceps. Again, you can grab a dumbbell. Work our biceps. So you're passing this ball or weight, and you're keeping your arm at a 90-degree angle so you can feel that your bicep is totally working. So that's why you need to make sure this is heavy enough. If you're passing a 3-pound weight back and forth, out to the side. You've got to keep your abs engaged to stay on the ball, especially if your knees are together. It's going to make it more challenging to balance. So pass it back and forth. Okay, try to keep it speedy, okay, because I want you to eat before we go. Okay, love you. Thanks for getting up. Squeeze. I know. It's okay. I got you. Squeeze. We're doing it. And done. So hopefully you felt the power of that exercise where, because you are keeping your elbows in tight, but through this motion where you're kind of getting off your center of gravity, right? And you're having to hold that weight, and your biceps are just firing. And that is good. That is what we want. And then we also want to get great ab exercises in. So you can just hold on to this ball. I love these weighted balls. And I think probably, if I was going to get them again, I think if you want them or you're curious about them or you think they'd be a good tool to have, you don't even have to get all of them. Like, I bought the set, but honestly, I don't really use the 2, and I don't really use the 12 or even the 10. Honestly, I use kind of the 4, the 6, and the 8 mostly. So I think you can buy them individually, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you're gonna roll back, you can do that if you have the ball. If not, just go up with your dumbbell. Really squeeze. So I know my workout is longer than normal. And yes, it is. So you can clock out after 30 if you want, which is usual length, or you can keep going. I have to say, that is one of the things I think I'll keep is 45-minute workouts. Listen, sometimes you get in what you can get in. You know that about me, for sure. And so sometimes you can only get in 10, 15, 20. And you know what? That's awesome. Just work hard. And okay, I'm gonna put this back. We are gonna do another tricep exercise. I think I'm gonna grab an 8 and a 10 for this one. But the trick with this one is that you're sitting on the ground. Okay, so I want you to cross your legs, and we're gonna do, by sitting in this position, how much harder you're going to have to work at this tricep exercise. Okay, so you're gonna lower, and you can feel it when you try one, right? It's a lot harder because you're not standing up with your feet firmly planted on the ground. You're in this sort of awkward sitting position. So do not go too heavy because I don't want you to hurt yourself. I think the 10 is a little too heavy, so I'm gonna stick with an 8. So it's up above your head, sit up tall, squeeze those abs. Really squeeze. You can do it. Keep those abs tight. You're gonna wanna release them. Don't do it. You need their help. If you need a break, 3 to 4 seconds, take it. No shame. Two, 1, and done. We're going to stay in this position for our ab exercise, but we can take a little breather for a second. So, why do I do a workout with an ab blast? I'm all about maximizing our time together. So there are times where maybe I didn't have time to get my ab workout in that week. And so I want to do it, and so I roll in it. So sometimes we're going to take breaks between exercises, and other times I'm going to roll in abs. It just depends on the day. And also it depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little more depleted, and so I want to work out and I want to work hard, but I also want to listen to my body because it talks to you. You just have to listen. Most people don't listen. They treat their bodies like crap. They don't take care of themselves. And you can do that when you're in your teens and your 20s and your 30s. And then the wheels start to come off. So you have to become more cognizant of it or pay the price. So, all right. So you are going to put that weight behind you. You're going to reach around to the other side, get it, bring it to the front, and then put it back behind you. So all those parents with young kids, and you're driving those kids all over the place, and how many times you have to turn around in your seat to help them or talk to them or scold them or hand them something or grab something or give them a little, if they're fighting, you know. So you gotta keep these muscles in your trunk strong, flexible. I used to tweak my back all the time from twisting to do something when my kids were young. No more. I feel probably, I would say, the best I've ever felt in my life at 55. So 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, roll your weight off to the side. Have some water. Okay, so we need to work our wrists and our forearms. You know, I'm like passionate about that. So we're gonna just be kind of walking around, rotating. So you can grab light weights if you want. I'm gonna grab 3s and see how it goes. So you're just kind of walking around, full flexion. Keep those core muscles tight. You can do it. I know. It's a lot harder than it looks, right? More challenging. Get that full range of motion. Don't skimp. Turn it over. Palms facing up now. Still, your shoulders are back, your core is tight. Oh my gosh. You can do it. Take those breaks if you need to. Woo, 2, 1, done. Oh. Again, sometimes the simplest exercises are the most challenging. All right, get a dumbbell or a ball. I'm going to get a 4. If you're, you know what, I'm gonna grab a 6 too. So I would say you can grab your 5, grab an 8 too, just in case. Okay. I folded over my mat to give myself a little bit more padding. So the goal with this, I'll try the 6 and see how it goes, is that you're gonna come up and you're gonna pass that ball or dumbbell through your legs back and then back the direction you came. So the whole goal is to try to keep that, try to sit tall, really squeezing those abs. If you need to, you can keep one leg down, although it might be a little harder to pass that ball or weight underneath. Really squeeze. Try, I don't want you hunching over. Really squeeze, you can do it. I know, when you need a break, take it. Don't worry about it. The 6 is hard, but I'm glad that I chose it because it's challenging. Keep those feet and knees together. Really squeeze those abs and keep breathing. Less than 10 seconds, come on, we can do it. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna take these back over here. Have a sip. Okay. What is next? Okay, so for this next one, you're gonna do shoulder sweeps, okay? So weight, I'm gonna try 5s, see how it goes. I want you to have total control of the weights. So you're sweeping them shoulder height in front of your body, getting a nice little twist in. So stand up, or stand. Obviously you're standing. Squeeze those core muscles. Really squeeze, I know. Don't fling. Wow, this is challenging. Shoulders back, abs, legs. We got this, 10 seconds left. Oh. Stretch it out with a rounded back. That feels good. Oh my gosh, how are you guys doing? I feel pretty happy about how we're cooking along. Okay. Next one. I want you reaching across your body. So again, if your knees are together, it's a lot harder to stay on the ball. So you can keep them open wide, you can go halfway, or you can keep them together and just kind of see what challenges you the most. I'm gonna try to keep my knees together. So again, you're reaching across your body. Really, and kind of squeezing up a little bit, up and to the side. It's challenging, I'm not gonna lie. Just take your time, be very safe, and make sure you're breathing. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good work. Oh. I'm still getting over this cough. It's so much better than it was before, but they're hanging around. Okay, so for this next one, we are working triceps. Okay, so with this one, you're stepping back behind you and you're squeezing out to the sides, engaging those triceps. Your knee has to be behind your toe, okay? So keep everything engaged, stay tight. Work hard. And be safe. And be nice to yourself. Those abs tight. I know. I am right here with you, and we push and we believe. Push those negative thoughts out of your head. They are not welcome. I am actually working very hard to not let my negative self speak, which unfortunately, you know, comes from years of training. And old habits are hard to break, but I just feel determined. You know, just tired of like, you know, yeah, stuff happened as a kid and throughout my life, and had people who didn't do me right in a lot of ways, but I also had people that did. And so I'm taking the lessons from the people who loved me and encouraged me and have supported me, and not the people who have berated me and emotionally and verbally abused me. So it's just trying to break unhealthy patterns and unhealthy thought patterns, because I don't want to pass that on to my kids. So if they can see me working to make these changes, then it matters to them. So, and I just want to be a good mom. Okay, so we're getting on the ground. And so One of the really hard things and the reasons why people don't like ab exercises is they're super challenging and they can also be very discouraging, but don't let that stop you, okay? Because you just can kind of go at your own pace, and it's a good way to really measure progress. So what I want you to do is reach. So instead of, sometimes we'll do the slide, I want you to pick that foot up and reach towards that toe on each side. So you can support your head on each side. Really squeeze those obliques. Don't bring your foot up too much because I really want you to reach down as far as you can to touch the side of it if you can. If not, get as close as you can. Oh, done. Whew. That one got me. Okay, rock up. Oh. Okay, so next one, we are going to work biceps. We're going to go at a little faster pace than normal. I'm going to grab 8s. Again, you want to be safe. You want to choose a weight that you can do safely but also challenges you. So you'll know right away if your weight's too heavy, and you can always drop down. But don't underestimate yourself and grab something too light. Okay, so you're doing these curls while you march in place. Keep those elbows in tight. I want full extension. Those were good. I did them for 13 seconds. And now I'm going to my 5s. My abs are tight. You got it, come on. It's hard not to move around a lot, right? Because you're getting fatigued. Really squeeze, pick up that pace. Biceps should be on fire. Keep those abs tight. Less than 10 seconds, come on. I'm not dropping down because my form's good. 2, 1, and done. Holy crap. Shake it out. That's some water. And if you need to stretch anything out, your triceps, your shoulders, you can just grab onto a chair and just kind of lean down. Okay. Ab. You know that I love the stability ball. I find it just a glorious piece of equipment. So what you're going to do here is just go into a plank. Okay, keep those feet together on the ball. Keep that midsection up. And you're going to want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. So that ball is below your knees. The tops of your feet are resting on it. If you need to, you can roll it up against couch or a wall to give you a little more stability. Keep those abs tight. You're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you need a break, 3 to 4 seconds, and then get back up. Planks are amazing. Stability ball planks, even more amazing because they force you to work. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. And then also work your triceps, biceps, shoulders, back, chest, you know, just a few things. Shake those out. If you were doing that and you're like, I had to stop because it was too much pressure on my wrist, just know that you can go into a forearm. I'll show you how it works. So you start, you roll out on that ball and just go on to your forearms. Okay, it's still super, super challenging trying to stay balanced. And then it'll take the pressure off your wrists. And sorry, I should have told you that before. I'm tired. I am tired. So we just did biceps. You know what? Let's do some triceps. I love doing triceps because triceps give real payoff. If you work them, you're going to be able to see them. They're going to become more defined, and it's just great. I'm going to try 8s, and then I'm going to also bring my 5s because you never know. And I always like to be prepared, and I tell people you are not surgically attached to the weight. You can drop down anytime you want. Hi, Linda. Hi, Bonnie. Angela. Joanne, you like the longer workouts? Good. Well, my plan is moving forward is to probably do longer workouts. It's just more challenging when I have all the kids because I'm trying to make breakfast and lunch for them and get them out the door to school. So that's what I really have to think about is the schedule. So. Okay, so we're going to do tricep earmuffs. So you're going to lay down and you're going to lower those weights. Keep your elbows in the same place, and you really want to fire up those triceps. So you have to lift heavy enough. Sorry. But you want to make sure that you have control of the weight also. While you're doing this, if you want to, you can lift those legs up to really work your abs. You know, just if you want. Really squeeze. I like having the legs up because I feel like it forces you to really engage those abs, which you need to do whether your legs are up or down. So how's your form? Remember, your elbows stay in the exact same place. Very important. The 8s are challenging. They are pushing me. My form is good. My elbow's starting to tweak a tiny bit, so I am gonna go for my 5s. Oh, that's good. Still challenging. Squeeze. You can do it. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. And now we're just gonna lay here for a second because it feels good and I like it. So for the next one, I'm grabbing an 8. I would always say you can follow my lead on what weight to grab, but the biggest thing I'll tell you to remember is everybody's different. So even though I'll use my friend Linda, for example, one of my bestest friends, she's been doing Visco Fit forever. And there are certain exercises that I can do that I do more weight, and there are certain exercises that I do where she does more weight. So, because everybody's body is different, everybody's strengths and weaknesses are different. So, just remember that it's not about doing what I do, it's about challenging yourself. So, if you're 15 seconds into the minute and you're not feeling any burn, your weight's too light and you need to bump up. So, for this one, you might need to tuck your feet under You know this is one of my favorites. The weight goes up, over. I especially like this one. I roll it into Guns for Girls because it works your triceps. Do not fling the weight. And yeah, tuck those feet. If you need to tuck them, it's no big deal. You will get strong enough if you keep doing it to where you don't have to tuck your feet. But also if you have like a sensitive back, you might prefer to tuck your feet even if you can do it. Squeeze up and over. Less than 10. You can do it. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and done. That's just so good. Okay, sit up. So, I always tell you, I think shoulders are not an area where a lot of women think about working out. Like, they're not like, oh, I'm gonna do shoulders today, but shoulders are actually really, really, really important. I am a case study for having stronger shoulders and the benefits of that. I have been plagued by headaches my entire life since I was a child. And so I can tell you that when I'm stressed or anxious, I carry it all in my shoulders and my neck, and I think that's been a lot of my problem. Once I started strengthening those muscles, I rarely get headaches anymore. And that to me, for someone who's lifetime of headaches, that's really huge. So you're on your knees, you're opening and you're closing. You're good, you're good. When you need a break, take it. I'm telling you, shoulders are freaking hard. Keep those abs engaged. It's funny because I've gotten a few messages from y'all wanting to know more about 75 Hard, why I decided to do it. I think sometimes people think, oh, maybe someone's like having, like a problem with alcohol or wonders if they have a problem with alcohol. And so they are like, I need to stop drinking. And that was not it for me. For me, it was just a reset. I think I had been thinking about it for a couple of years, but it's obviously a huge commitment. There's no good time to do 2.5 months of 2 45-minute workouts a day, and no drinking, and no sweets, and no junk food or cheat meals. But I just felt like I needed a reset. I just had been carrying all this weight around my middle for like 3 years. Couldn't wear my old clothes from New York, which just bugged me. And then also too, it was starting to get bigger here, my legs, like it was just starting to spread in ways that my body has never historically done. But menopause is a whole other ball of wax. And so yeah, so I actually feel great. I think I've lost maybe 10 to 12 pounds, which was kind of, I'm back where I was when I lived in New York and used to walk all the time. So it definitely has made a difference, and I just feel good. I feel good, and I have a lot of stress right now. And so I am happy that I feel good. All right, we're gonna do a simple ab exercise, and then we are going to stretch. Oh, guys, we are like done. So let's get our stretch in. Reach up to the sky, bend to one side. Hi. Bend to the other. Lunge to one side. Sorry, I know we didn't do really much legs, but still it feels good. So I want you to push your fingertips back in. You can stretch more deeply now. Because you are warm, your fingertips are between your shoulder blades, pull down into the back. Cross your body. Hook it around. Shake, 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 shake. Open up. Give yourself some hugs, you deserve them. Yeah, so I can't wrap my head around this week. I'm really sorry. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do a Wednesday morning workout or a Wednesday night workout. And then Friday, so I will figure it out today. I'll have a little bandwidth today to think